Yo, what's up, guys? Will the Coach Hope here. So I got a lot of questions about the total cost of Ramkhamhaeng University and how much it actually cost me to study here. So I got everything for you guys today. I got the total cost of all the tuition. I'll put that for you guys right here. But yo, it's really cheap. And the biggest difference between Ramkhamhaeng University and many other universities, maybe in your home country or in America, is that there's a 3-year program in the international program to get your bachelor's degree instead of studying a typical 4 years at any other university. Like, for example, I'm from Florida. I grew up in the U.S. in Florida State, and Florida State University is very close to me, and there's no like fast track program to get your bachelor's degree in 3 years. You have to do 4 years or do the, if you do the schedule correctly, like every other student, you're going to do just 4 years to get your bachelor's degree. So I think that's a huge advantage to Ramkhamhaeng University. One disadvantage, obviously, you're not going to be around your family and friends you grew up with. That's definitely a disadvantage. Another disadvantage is definitely the fact that the international program at Ramkhamhaeng University only offers 3 majors: Bachelor in Business Administration, a BBA, a Bachelor in Arts in they call MAGIC, which is Media and Global Communications, and then the third one is an English major. So you only have three choices for what your major can be. So business administration, media and global communications, or English. And I originally wanted to major in media and global communications, but only 3 people signed up this year of 2024 for the first semester, and so they actually canceled it. Like I said, I said this in a previous video about, I'm sure that is very rare for that to happen, but the fact that it happened this year when I was trying is kind of a big deal. So anyways, I did not majoring in media and global communication. Instead, I'm majoring in business administration. I don't think I need to major in English because I'm American already. As long as I have a bachelor degree in anything, that kind of qualifies me to be able to teach English in places like Japan, Thailand, or even Taiwan. So yeah. So that's why I chose Bachelor in Business Administration. All right, guys, and another not a disadvantage, a huge advantage about Thailand is the fact that the cost of living is so cheap. So when you're thinking about your costs, your costs for studying overseas and studying here in Thailand, you have to worry about three big things. Of course, the tuition fees, your admission, your tuition, your materials. And the great thing about Ramkhamhaeng University is your tuition fee covers everything. So my first class is Thai business law, and they provide the books for you. You don't have to buy the books separately. It's all included in the tuition. So I think that's really a huge advantage. For example, if you study at Florida State University, your all your books for one school year could end up costing up to $3,000-4,000. I did some Google research on the total cost of Florida State University and comparing it to Ramkhamhaeng University, and it's just like vastly different. So if I'll put it up right here so you guys can check it out. It's like, here's how much Florida State University costs for an in-state resident. Like if you live in Florida and you grew up in Florida, this is how much it'll cost for you, and this is how much Ramkhamhaeng University costs, and it's a huge difference. But Ramkhamhaeng University 3-year program. The entire 3 years in Thai baht is 252,000 baht. If you count your visa as well, which you're also going to have to pay for, and you're going to have to pay for your education visa. And the way I have to do it is every 90 days I have to go to immigration, bring my education documents, and every 90 days I have to pay 2,000 baht. So if you equal up for 3 years, that's 12 times I'm gonna have to go to immigration and extend my visa for 90 days, and that's gonna cost me 24,000 baht. So 24,000 baht alone just for my visa over the next 3 years is how much it's gonna cost. And then my tuition. The cool thing is I only have to pay 1 semester at a time. So you pay for your semester. My first semester is the most expensive, and it costs 44,600 baht. Like I said, I'll put this paper up so you guys can see it as well. And all the remaining semesters, your second semester to your 6th semester, is 41,500 baht. So, yo, like for me, I'm just it's a no brainer. And Ramkhamhaeng University is also one of the most affordable universities here in Thailand as well. And it definitely was much more affordable than Bangkok University, Chulalongkorn, Mahidol University. These are three other like more prestigious universities here in Bangkok, but they're a lot more expensive. Like I'm looking at spending about $4,000 to $5,000 per year, when here in Ramkhamhaeng University I'm spending just over $2,000 a year for your education. So like it was for me, I'm a professional fighter. I don't make a lot of money boxing, and I've been doing it full time for a long time now. So like I'm trying to make my Thai baht, make my US dollar stretch as far as possible. So I chose Ramkhamhaeng University, and the program seemed good enough and seemed like a perfect fit for me. Also, the way the schedule is, like I said, this is another pro, in my opinion, is that it's a block schedule. So my first semester, I have 6 classes. But the cool thing is you take only one class at a time. So my first 8 class days are just over Thai business law. I'm just doing Thai business law for 8 days straight, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then on your 8th day, you do your final exam for Thai business law. And then after you pass it or fail, after you pass it, you're done with it. And then next subject. And then your next subject, 8 days, boom, 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 take your exam, done. You passed 2 subjects and you got your credits already for 2 subjects, and then you're on your 3rd class. So a lot of other schools, at least in America, you're taking 6 to 8 classes at the same time throughout the week, and you have different, periods and schedules. Maybe you do this class for an hour, hour and a half, and then the next class and the next class. And it's a lot to juggle. I mean, for me, I was kind of a bad high school, so it was a lot to juggle for me, even in high school, trying to do 6 to 7 subjects at one time, and you have homework for 7 subjects. You have to study for 7 different exams. So I think this block schedule at Ramkhamhaeng University is pretty awesome, at least for me, because I'm pretty single-minded focused. So yeah, that was just a huge thing. Again, another major cost you're going to have to look at also for studying here compared to studying back home, whether that might be America or wherever else you're from, is cost of living costs. And the Bangkok cost of living, some people might think it's expensive compared to the rural areas, but I actually think Bangkok's a lot cheaper than places like Koh Samui, Phuket, the touristy places. And yes, there are some parts of Bangkok that are touristy, but once you live here, you kind of avoid those areas, and you don't spend money in those areas anyway. So I really spend money like a local and like a Thai, and yeah, I think Bangkok's super affordable. And if you're a single student and you're living here, you can I budgeted at 20,000 baht per month. Is you can like easily live off of that. I found places near Ramkhamhaeng University, like apartment places that are very close walking distance to the school, that are like 3,000 to 5,000 baht per month for your rent. And just so you guys know that in US dollar, that's $100 to $200 US for your rent for an apartment, very close walking distance, air conditioned, everything, just to the university. So, and food is very affordable. If you're eating out at expensive foreign restaurants all the time, you might spend over 20,000 baht a month, depending on how you're eating out all the time. But if you're eating at like nice local places, the Ramkhamhaeng cafeteria, you're having lunch there every day, you're probably going to spend 50 to 100 baht per meal. So last time I ate Ramkhamhaeng cafeteria the other day, my squid kapow, which is a Thai dish kapow, squid kapow, so seafood, was only 55 baht. I had 55 baht, and my coffee was 30 baht. So I spent 85 baht for my lunch. And that's typically what I spend every single time I eat out. I spend like 100 baht for lunch. If I go to like nice restaurants with my wife, like sometimes we go to nice buffets and spend 200, 300 baht for a meal, but that's only like $8 to $10. It's like, it's really not expensive. But like I say, if you're really foreign minded, you want to eat burgers, pizza, and if you want to go eat like steaks and really like fancier like Western restaurants, then it might cost a little bit more, but still, for a student budget who's like 18 to 22 years old, wanting to study at Ramkhamhaeng University, you're single, you have no kids, you have no wife, 20,000 baht is I think is plenty. I used to live off of 15,000 baht back in Phuket when I was young. This was back in 2011, 2012, when I was young fighting. I was fighting Muay Thai, once a week, or once every couple of weeks, just to make enough money to live, and I was able to do it back then. So I do know it's possible for you guys as well. And then like I said, if you live in America, your cost of living is drastically higher. There's no way you're living off of only $1,000 per month unless you're living with your parents. So if you're a student in America, you're still gonna have to get very, very expensive student loans for your college or university, or even your community college. You're still gonna probably get $10,000 to $20,000 student loans, even for the cheapest colleges in America. Or you can come to Thailand, spend $7,500 for 3 years program, get your bachelor's degree. Your cost of living is less than $1,000 a month. Like I said, guys, I think it's a no-brainer. Like I said, here's the Florida State tuition for if you're an in-state resident, if you live in Florida, how much your university and how much everything I think would cost. And then here's how much I think everything would cost if you're an out-of-state resident, like if you're from New York or you're from overseas and you want to study in Florida. And this applies to other states as well. There's in-state tuition costs and there's out-of-state tuition costs. So if you want to study at New York University, but you're from Florida or Tennessee, if you have to pay out-of-state tuition. So different things to look at. And like I said, guys, for me living in Thailand, studying here, it's a no-brainer. I can do it and I can afford it off of my fight salaries and off of my fight money, and still live like a pretty decent, like upper middle class life, which is what I think most people all hope for, is to live a good upper middle class life, be able to afford, like, go to restaurants and not have to worry about eating the cheapest thing or eating ramen noodles all the time, like instant noodles, eating instant noodles all the time, or eating like peanut butter and jelly, which is shit I had to do when I was living in America and I was broke as fuck, back in the day, So, yeah, weigh your options. I think Ramkhamhaeng University is great. Like I said, it's the largest public university in all of Thailand. It's located downtown Bangkok. I have classmates that are like half of my class are also Thais, local Thais that are in the international program, but I also have people from Cambodia, Myanmar, India, Pakistan, Iran. There's a couple foreigners from Germany. I met one American as well, another American who's studying there, who's also happens to be from Florida, which was cool as well. So like you'll meet people from all over the world and who are studying with you in your program, and like I said, it's super affordable. So guys, I just always talk to people in America, and even like my younger cousins that are in high school or just graduated, like you can get a crazy student loan at 18 years old in America for $80,000 to $160,000 and have to pay that back for the rest of your life, or you can just save up a little bit of money, less than $10,000, and then come over here and you can make it work and study overseas. Like America is really not the only option, or even for some of you people in Europe, because even in Europe, yes, I know tuition is much cheaper in Europe, but your cost of living in Europe is still crazy expensive compared to Thailand. So anyways, just some options, guys. Anyways, that's it. Out of here, guys. I'll try to update you guys after my first couple of weeks of university. I just started July 3rd. So after, I've got a couple of weeks, got experience. Once I finish my Thai business law class and I move into my next class, I'll try to make another video and tell you guys how the exams are and just kind of how my first month at university has been. And I'll let you guys know. Cheers, guys, and chat soon.